Hey, folks. Welcome to this week's edition of Tales from the Padded Room. I know it's a little bit behind. Had a busy weekend, couldn't really get to record over the weekend. Then I got sick. I've been sick for the last couple of days. This is my first day back in the booth since catching the stomach virus that's been going around. Thankfully, feeling a lot better now. So thank you for anyone who has sent well wishes and such through social media. Want to start off by saying, again, recapping like we usually do. We'll go through the news. Actually, before I even get into that, I want to make an announcement that this is actually going to be the first edition of Tales from the Padded Room that is going to be on YouTube. I've decided to start to upload these videos onto my YouTube channel. Not that it gets much attention right now, but hey, who knows? It might get more attention soon. So, I mean, you can look me up on YouTube, Eric Carlino. As far as I know, I'm the only one with a YouTube channel under that name, so you can find me there. Start off with the news, like always, like I'd like to talk about. Let's see. We won't talk about what's been going on in D.C. We're not going to mention that again. I don't talk about politics and religion, so I'm not going to get into that. The wildfires in California are thankfully almost completely under control, so thank whatever higher power you believe in for that. Although now with the rain that Los Angeles is getting, there's concern about flash flooding, also contaminants from the materials from the fire and debris getting into the groundwater and such. So thoughts are still going out to the residents of Southern California, in particular, the Los Angeles County region. Hang in there, guys. Our thoughts, our good feelings are with you. And we know we're all going to come out of this stronger in the end. We can rebuild. We will rebuild. Let's move on from that. Me personally, voiceover wise, not a lot to talk about this past week. Again, I was under the weather for a few days, so didn't really get to a lot. Making up some ground today, getting back in the booth, doing some auditions right now. Wanted to get this recorded to get a message out to everyone in that regard. Booking wise, ironically, I actually booked I guess you could say some kind of a learning module, training module for my day job. They knew I did voiceover as well as my day job, and they actually brought me in to record some segments for a training module that's going to be upcoming for newer hires in the company. So that was interesting. Got to do that today. So, I mean, it's technically a paid gig because I got away from doing my regular job to record instead of doing my regular job all day. So, take it for what it is. Let's see. What else did I want to get into in this week? So I'm going to try to keep this one a little shorter. Something I wanted to talk about, something somebody shared on social media the other day, was talking about rejection in this industry. And it's not so much rejection, guys. It's you just weren't selected. And I think the best analogy, someone told me this a while back. It was a few months back. They related the casting process, and casting directors, if you're watching this, see if you can kind of relate to this analogy. They related this to a menu at a restaurant. Think about like your favorite restaurant. There are probably several pages of options on that menu for consumers to choose from. And every single one of those items was hand-picked by the management, by the head chef, by whomever, to be on that menu because they believe in that item. They believe that it should be on that menu presented to the consumer. And the consumer, in this case, is the casting director. It's the client. And they're going through page by page of this menu, and they're finding the one thing that they want to order. Not that anything is bad about anything else on the menu, but just something doesn't quite hit like that one thing that they pick on the menu. It doesn't mean that the other items aren't good. It doesn't mean that the other items aren't phenomenal. Just in this particular instance, that's what they wanted to order. Now, think about it this way. The next time that client comes to the restaurant, they're going to remember they saw these other items on the menu and they liked them. It just wasn't what they wanted at this time. But this time, they want to try it. And that's what I'm going to leave you with today. Keep that analogy in mind when you're auditioning, my friends. And remember that every time you go out that, yeah, you might not be the item on the menu that they want this time, but they're going to remember that they saw it next time. And keep trying to be that menu item that they want to order. I'll catch you next week. See you guys later.